Welcome to another episode of Neon Radio. I'm Reese, and this week I'm going to be reviewing Falcon and the Winter Soldier Episode 6 and finishing off the full series review. In Episode 6, Sam and Bucky team up to take down the Flag Smashers before more innocent blood can be spilt. Unfortunately this week, Dan's out for the week. He's not feeling well, so I'm going to take over and do my best here, so please be gentle. Doing this alone is not something I'm used to, and usually I got someone to work off with me. That being said, I'm going to jump in at the review for you guys. Episode 6 of Falcon and the Winter Soldier was a treat. I think that this really capped off the end of the season really well, and all around made it a really enjoyable show. I think that originally what we said to begin with, by watching all episodes in one go or like in a big run, it will be probably better. And there was sure a dip there. Episode 2 and 3 kind of went downhill a little bit, but it definitely picked up and just ramped up all the way through the rest of it. That being said, I really enjoyed the series, and I'm looking forward to where Marvel take the rest of their series. This is a really intelligent way to introduce new characters and to bring us into a new direction for Marvel. I'm going to continue on now, but first I've got to put a spoiler warning. To go into the rest of the review, I have to do so. So, spoilers from this point on. I'm going to be spoiling Episode 6 and some of the series. Alright, I've given you enough time. First, I want to go into the characters. Sam, Bucky, and John have fantastic character arcs. Sam, by the end of it, finally becomes Captain America, but he does it knowing that he has to forge his own path and can't be like Steve Rogers. He also understands the criticism and backlash that he's going to get from pretty much everyone in some way. There's always going to be someone trying to say something and put someone down, or have like their own views on things. So he has to do the best he can, and that's all he can do. And he understands that, and he's willing to now take that path. Bucky, on the other hand, gets to make amends with Yori, and he gets to tell him that he was a person that killed his son. And that there allows him to move past the Winter Soldier. And then finally, John has a hero's arc. He redeems himself for the actions that he did before. Not completely, but to the point where he understands that he can influence his change in how he reacts to the serum, and how he can be, yet again, do his own thing. He doesn't need to be Captain America and hold that flag. He can be the US agent. And really, by the end of it, all these characters, take their own stance in their own place. We also get our own little, side characters, these new characters coming in that are interesting. But all round, the arcs for the characters are fantastic. And not to mention the action. The action's awesome. I mean, look, let's just think about this. Sam communicating with someone in a helicopter that's been hijacked, finds out she's a pilot, goes in, takes out the other pilot, and like lets her know to take the wheel beforehand. It's the whole thing is so cool, and it's so creative. All the action scenes have something interesting occurring, and just it's always fun, and you're never really lost. I mean, maybe points and times with the Flag Smashers a little bit lost because they all look the same. And by the way, if we want to go into a little bit of a character thing, maybe the biggest flaw of this whole show throughout the whole series has been the Flag Smashers. By the end of it, it felt ham-fisted for what they were trying to say as the meaning of a show, a theme for the show. But at the end of the day, the Flag Smashers are boring, and they're not really the most interesting villains. When John was the villain, or, the conflict, that was more interesting. But yeah, at the end of the day, that's, the small part of the show that is, maybe flawed. Introducing Wakandan technology was really smart as well. By the end of it, we get Falcon Sam becoming Captain America, but he has both the Captain America suit and the Falcon wings. So cool. And it's really cool to see. And that is like vibranium for his wings because he's flying way faster. And, things that are just bouncing off it. Like, helicopters are bouncing off the wings in parts in this film, in the show. So yeah, I think that's really smart to introduce Wakandan technology. The heart of this, though, is really what it's trying to say in regards to patriotism, in regards to the conflicting feeling of how some African Americans might feel about patriotism. And I think that it says a lot in a very general way, but it's an important conversation to have. It also touches very heavily on power, and power in our governments, and power on the people that are above us, and how it's up to them to do more than just superheroes in this show, in this universe. Superheroes are there to fight and take out things, but the people that run the country, they can make the biggest changes. They can bring food to people, they can bring help to people, and that really is driven into the show with what is a final speech by Sam that is really, really cool. And, I know for sure it gave me goosebumps. But the heart of this show is Isaiah. And by the end of it, where we get Isaiah having his moment with Sam giving him his own location in the Captain America exhibit, I mean, that there, both me and my partner were bawling. It was a fantastic moment and deserved to be in the show, and really did make that episode feel like it had that strong nuance. So all around, I mean, Falcon and the Winter Soldier episode 6 is great. As a series, there's dips, but the dips are not what outweigh the show. The awesome things that occurred, the direction that it goes into, and the way that it ends, Captain America and the Winter Soldier. That is what this show is about, and that's what makes it so cool. And trust me, sitting through maybe 2 40-minute episodes that aren't so great, they're worth it. Sit through it and continue on, because I promise, once you get to episode 4, 5, and 6, this show is ripping. I'm going to give this show a 7.5 out of 10, and we're going to bring someone else on for a moment.
Mr. Reese.
Dan, I'm just interrupting what is probably you resting one more time, because I'm on the show here doing it by myself. Yeah, I'm doing it by myself. The 10-minute episodes. Falcon and the Winter Soldier episode 6. I'm putting you on the spot, your concise 1-minute review on Falcon and Winter Soldier episode 6 and the full series. You ready? Are you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, go for it.
On the spot.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah, look, as a whole series, I don't think it's the best series. I think I enjoyed WandaVision more.
Wow.
If we're comparing Marvel to Marvel,
Okay.
It did finish on a high. Flag Smashers was a total write-off.
Yeah.
Glad that Isaiah got his statue.
Fantastic moment.
Yeah. Look, I'm not a fan of Captain America's new suit. It looks too
Wow, really?
bulky and restrictive. And if you look at him front on, I just don't like how the white goes up to around his head, around his glasses, and his glasses look too big.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I think the best part of that last episode was Captain's speech and Walker, trying to help. Yeah. But yeah, look, other than that, look, it's still fine.
Sorry, guys. Dan got cut off there. The video card filled up. But he gave the show a 6.5 out of 10. He liked it, but he doesn't like it as much as WandaVision. And he's keen to see where the direction goes for the rest of the Marvel series. Thank you for watching this week. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel and check out the Neon Radio podcast for more spoil-filled, in-depth reviews. And don't forget to go and follow the Instagram channel and also go follow us on Facebook. We'll get all the information up there and you'll hear all of our new stuff coming out. Thanks for watching this week, and Neon Radio, lights out.